I don't think that many people really realize how much toxins there are in their food. There's chemicals and preservatives and additives. And our hope with this video is to inspire you to grow your own organic food.
And we don't want to instill any fear. And this is not about perfection. This is about choice, health, and freedom. And that's why we want to talk a little bit today about why it's more important than ever to have your own food garden and what's really hiding in our food. So we just want to empower you to start your own garden anywhere in the world, start creating a healthier life for you and your family, start nourishing the planet, and having a peace of mind.
Stick around till the end, because we're going to show you that organic gardening isn't just a trend. It actually is a way of life, and a healthier way of life for you, your family, and last but not least, our beautiful planet.
So why grow organic food? For us, basically, it comes down to living a simpler way of life, a more intentional way of life. It's about understanding what nourishes us and also reconnecting with Mother Nature. So for us, growing your own organic food boils down to 5 reasons.
The first reason is that it's more nutritious. Organic food contains vitamins, minerals, and more antioxidants. And a recent study showed that plants actually produce their own antioxidants, and they're used as a sort of homemade pesticide. And these antioxidants have been proven to reduce the risk of cancer, heart disease, and Alzheimer's. I also believe that organic gardening leads to a healthier lifestyle, and not only a healthier body, but also a healthier mind and a healthier soul.
Definitely. When plants are grown in healthy, living soil, they're able to absorb the nutrients in the soil better. And the thing about plants is that they need the same minerals and nutrients that we do. So by picking the vegetables from those plants, we get everything that we need.
Gardening is also about being outside and getting fresh air, exercise, and getting more energy.
Yeah. So the second reason is not only does it nourish your body, mind, and soul, but it also gives you a sense of empowerment, and you can take control of the food choices in your life. So even growing a small portion of what you eat is going to give you a little clarity and confidence.
And I grew my own garden when I wasn't living with my twin sister, and I felt so proud of myself for growing my own food. And that's a really good feeling when you can go out into your garden and pick your own salad and eat it.
So the third reason is organic gardening promotes biodiversity. And biodiversity is essential for life on this planet. Biodiversity is growing all different kinds of plants and different varieties in each of those plants. For example, you want to have trees and bushes, flowers, herbs, berries. Biodiversity is also about having an ecosystem in your backyard. It's about living in harmony with nature.
We are a part of the whole planet's ecosystem. All of us, the plants, the soil, the people, everything.
Mushrooms.
Oh, sure. Oh.
Okay, and the animals. The fourth reason is growing your own organic food is cheaper and it even tastes better.
I agree.
Yeah. We all know supermarket prices are skyrocketing right now, and it's becoming more and more expensive to buy our own food. This is a great way to basically work for yourself. Be out in the garden and grow your own food. Another reason is because it's actually a lot more tastier. Once you've grown your own tomatoes in your backyard and you've harvested and tasted them, it's very hard to go back to buying tomatoes in the store because they don't taste anything anymore.
Okay, the fifth reason to grow your own organic food is that organic gardening actually nourishes the foundation of our planet, and that's the soil.
Yeah, and I also want to add that 70% of our arable land, which is the land that we can grow food on, has actually been depleted and is considered dead. That's why we here at Soil Sisters promote the soil first method, because we understand here that everything is about the soil. It's all about the soil, and you're going to hear that over and over again from us. So buying organic food isn't just a trend. It's become actually more an ideology, a way of living. I know when I go to the farmer's market and I buy organic food, it just feels right. I feel good about myself. And I think it empowers people to do what's right for them and their families, their children, and what's right for the planet.
And I also think that today, with all the chemicals and preservatives and everything in our food, it's not just about getting more vitamins, it's trying to stay away from these toxins. We're going to go through some of the toxins in our food now, and we hope to inspire you to grow more organic food in your garden.
So I want to start talking about the seeds. Now, seeds that are non-organic, they're coated with pesticides and herbicides. And when they grow and become a plant and have vegetables on them, and then you pick those vegetables and eat them, you're actually getting herbicides and pesticides in your body. So that's why we promote organic seeds. Another thing is the GMO that's in the seeds today. Now, if you go to an online store or you go and buy seeds from your local nursery or gardening center, you're not going to be able to get GMO seeds. Only farmers can buy GMO seeds. And GMO means genetically modified organism. So what they do is genetically modify the seed, and then they plant that seed, and then they spray the whole field with glyphosate. And that seed has been genetically modified to handle the glyphosate and not die when it gets sprayed, but everything else dies. The microbes in the soil die, the insects die, the bees die, and all the weeds die. So by spraying our vegetables with glyphosate, we're getting them into our bodies and our systems. And it has been proven that it causes all kinds of diseases and cancer.
They did a study of farmers, and the farmers that were using glyphosate had twice the risk of getting testicular cancer. And the mothers who worked on the farm, they were twice as likely to get birth defects when they were pregnant.
We haven't had GMO for that long, so we don't know what the effects are going to be in 50 years from now. You're going to want to avoid GMOs as much as possible.
Yeah. So, like I said before, I think that people are buying organic and growing organic today is to limit the amount of toxins that they take in.
Yes. People are wanting to protect their health.
So one of the things they put in food is preservatives. An example of a preservative is sodium nitrate. And that's actually used in explosives. So I really don't want to eat that.
No, neither do I.
No.
And then we also have different kinds of stabilizers in food. For example, like Santam gum. Santam gum is a waste product, and that's not something I'm going to put in my body.
No. There's also artificial sweeteners and food additives. And those are made actually of words that I can't pronounce, like aspartame and sucralose and potassium bromate. They're considered carcinogenic.
Yeah.
So I don't think you want to put that in your body either. I don't.
Definitely not.
I also think that if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Now, there's also food colorings in the food. And I know that in Europe, where we are now, they banned a lot of those. But in the United States, they still have some of those. But those are a petroleum waste product. So I don't really want to put any petroleum in my waste products in my body either.
I wouldn't eat gas. These kind of products have been linked to intestinal problems. They've been linked to hormonal problems, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, inflammatory diseases. One thing about eating organic food is you won't get any inflammatory diseases.
And also you want to think about your gut. And that's the great thing about eating organic food, because all your health comes from your gut.
Yeah, it's really important to keep your gut healthy, because that promotes the health for the rest of your whole body. Another thing, what they're putting in the food now are hormones, especially in meat products. And we know that hormones in meat products disrupt the endocrine system. I also know that Young girls are getting their periods way earlier now. I hear sometimes 8 and 10 years old. And I don't want to put any unnecessary hormones in my body.
No.
So that's one reason. Another is that there's something called phthalates, which is industrial chemicals. That is in the food packaging, and it's also in the industrial equipment. So we're getting that into our food too.
Another chemical that you should avoid, high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually worse than sugar, and it's a starch that is linked to type 2 diabetes.
Yes.
And since the introduction of high fructose corn syrup, diabetes has skyrocketed.
Okay, so another thing that they're putting in our food is modified cornstarch, and they're also calling it maltodextrin, and those are derived from GMO, genetically modified sources. So that's something you're going to want to avoid. Another thing they put into our meat are antibiotics, and that's what's causing us to be antibiotic resistant. When we get sick and we need antibiotics, they're not working on us anymore. So that's not that great. Plus, I don't want to be taking antibiotics year round. I don't think that's very good for anyone. And then on top of that, they're putting in our food, claiming it's very good for the planet, is to put bugs and worms in our food like maggots. And they're raising them now in laboratories and then grounding them to powder and putting them in our crackers and cookies and flour, which I don't think I need to eat bugs.
And there's actually an app that you can use in the grocery store to check out your food if it has maggots or worms in it.
Yeah.
It's just another thing that's absolutely crazy that I've been looking at is the 3D meat printing.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's just nuts.
They're printing food now, and if your food does not look like it has the right consistency that it should have, like your watermelon is spongy or your meat is really stringy, that's been printed. I would stay away from all printed food.
Yeah. There's actually a restaurant now in Stockholm, and it's become very popular because this is so trendy now, is you can go and eat 3D meat
it's disgusting.
At the restaurant.
It's not even real food. That's not real food.
So all that we've talked about now, all these toxins in the food, this is dead food. And when we talk about food, food should be alive. All this dead food, it doesn't nourish us. It actually makes us sick. We need to think about our food as something healthy and alive, just like the soil is healthy and alive.
So remember, as I said before, if you can't pronounce it, I don't think you should eat it. And this video is not to scare you, it's to try to inspire you to grow your own organic food. And we hope that you really do that, because we believe in being part of the solution and not part of the pollution.
Yeah, so we're here to inspire you to start your own garden anywhere in the world. Yeah, so another thing I want to add is I think that the toxins and the chemicals in the food are making people overweight. If you choose more natural products in the store that don't have all these chemicals in it, you'll notice that you'll be able to keep your weight better.
And that's because I think also the nutrients that are in the organic natural food are nourishing your body.
Yeah.
And you don't get as much cravings either. You don't need to change your whole lifestyle right now, but we just wanted to give you a little push forward, and maybe you can start with a couple of things.
Yeah.
Like buying maybe a little bit more organic, checking the labels of your food that you buy in the grocery store and see what's in them and start cutting out some of the toxins.
I don't eat 100% organic diet.
No.
But I know that because most of my food is organic and I eat healthy mostly, my body is able to take care of the junk food that I do put in my body a lot better because, I do love a chocolate bar.
Yeah,
I'm not saying for you to never eat junk food again or anything, but if you just start taking the steps, your body will become healthier and be able to handle the junk better too.
And be more resilient.
Yeah. Also, when you start gardening now this spring, start where you are. You don't have to grow everything. I just let go of a huge, beautiful garden in Sweden and moved to Mallorca and starting from scratch again. We're trying to encourage you, if you're starting from scratch, don't worry about it. Start small. Don't overwhelm yourself. So just start with a few things. Just start with little tomatoes and basil and some herbs.
Yeah, or check out our video, the 8 easiest vegetables to grow that are very low maintenance. You can start there.
Yeah.
Make it very easy for you. And then you can add on year after year instead.
And we're going to add on more and more too with time, and you can follow our journey and you can do the same.
Let's nurture the soil and let's nurture ourselves and the plants and the bees and the animals on the planet, and let's nurture our planet. And let's do this together.
Let's start a community worldwide where we all do this, because it's a big no to all the toxins and all the companies that create these toxins in our food. So let's take back our power and empower ourselves and start doing this all together, all across the planet.